I love reading, I love books, and I also love art. So in today's video, I wanted to tell you a few books that really helped me through the process of finding my art style and also growing as an artist. Hey there, welcome back to the channel. My name is Shivani and I'm a gouache artist and creative entrepreneur based in the sunny city of Chennai in the south of India. So today we're talking books, and the first one that I want to mention is Steal Like an Artist by Austin Kleon. I have spoken about this a few different times on the channel, but it's definitely an important book to have in your library. You can just pick it up and open any page and read anytime you're feeling a little stuck. I think it's a great book. The ideas are solid, and one of the chapters that I really liked was don't wait until you know who you are to get started. I think that's really valuable, and in general, this book just tells you about inspiration, how it works, and how you can find it for your own art practice. The next one is The Practice by Seth Godin. I read this book quite a while ago, so I don't exactly remember the details of it, but what really stuck with me was the idea of repetition and doing something every single day and sticking with it. I really saw that in practice for myself when I started sketchbooking every day. I think that's one of the largest things that led to me creating my art collection after wanting to do it for the longest time. By the way, my art collection is finally live, so if you'd like to check it out, click the link in my description. So Seth Godin is somebody who's been blogging every single day for, I don't even know how many years right now, but it's definitely 10 plus years. So he's somebody who is definitely an authority in the subject of consistency. I think that's one of the most admirable traits of his. So that book really drives home that idea, and it's very easy to apply it to something like art. I think one of the largest things that helps your art style is just sitting down and creating art. Until you actually do the thing, you're not going to start evolving and becoming the artist that you want to be. If you want to know more about my own journey of finding my art style, definitely watch the video up here. The next very important book is The War of Art by Steven Pressfield. The War of Art is basically one strong idea, which is the idea of resistance. It talks about the different ways in which resistance shows up in our lives and how to beat it. I think that book has just sunk into my subconscious because every time I'm creating or I want to create and I feel that force of resistance, which I really understood through reading this book, I can easily identify it in myself. I can identify resistance and I can be like, okay, no, not today, resistance. I'm not dealing with you right now. And I can go ahead and create the work regardless of that resistance. I think just allowing that to sink into yourself, even though it seems like a very simple concept and it seems very obvious, somebody writing it with such clarity really helps understand it, internalize it, which I think is the most important, and then recognize it as it shows up every single day in your life and know how to tackle it. All of those things came to me by reading this book, and I think it's one of the life-changing books for me. The next one is The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. I've spoken about this also many times in my past videos, but after reading that book, again, it talks about very similar things, about inspiration, about resistance in different words. But one of the major things was doing your morning pages every single day. That's become a really important tool for me as an artist. I write my morning pages every day. Maybe I miss like once in 2 weeks, but other than that, I write it every single day. And it helps me overcome blocks before I even start my day. I start my day with a lot more clearer head just by doing these morning pages, by writing down whatever is going through my head on that day. Sometimes I'm writing about the most random things. I'm writing about maybe even groceries, but somehow just doing that every day gets certain things off my head, gives me a lot of clarity on how to approach my day and how to approach my creative practice. Sometimes I even flesh out creative ideas as I write my morning pages. So yeah, like I said, it's become a really important tool in my life, and I just don't see myself being able to do without it anymore. The next book I want to mention is more around the actual learning of art itself. It's more theoretical and concept of art. So that is Color and Light by James Gurney. I love that book so much. I am so thankful to myself for buying it. Color is something that has always fascinated me, but I also think that color is something that every artist needs to be fascinated by. If it's something that you have not explored enough, I definitely urge you to do so, because it can completely change your artistic practice. Just the understanding of color and light and how they behave, understanding different pigments, understanding warm and cool primary colors, all of it just completely reshapes your understanding of art, and it helps you communicate through your art so much better, because sometimes there's a mismatch between the vision that we have in our head and what we're actually able to paint and create in front of us. That mismatch, I feel, is often from a lack of understanding of basic theories and concepts. And by taking the time to really get all of that knowledge into yourself, making it second nature, I think you can improve your art practice by leaps and bounds. So if that is something that you have been interested in doing, I would highly recommend this book. Also, I have an online course where I teach color mixing and color theory in a really simplified way for beginners. So the link is in the description in case you'd like to check that out. I definitely recommend it, because it makes it so much easier for you to just grasp all of that. I teach you everything you need to know as an absolute beginner. The link to all of these books that I mentioned are in the description below in case you'd like to check out any of them. If there's any other book that I missed adding to this list, any book that you love, please drop it in the comments below. I would love to check them out. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Be sure to check out this video right here where I spoke about how I discovered my own art style. Thanks once again, and I'll see you next time. Bye.